Hello everybody and welcome back to the Critical Rocket Chassis Variant series, continuing with the Bushwackers. We're on the BSW S2. This is the Steiner refit, or well, not Steiner refit, but it's another Steiner variant of the grand old Bushwacker from 3053. This one has the range emphasis with the ER large still, but it replaces its LRMs entirely with SRM4s and brings in LB10 in place of the AC10 and a anti-missile system. So I think it's the only Bushwacker that can carry the AMS. I can't remember if it carries multiple or not. Obviously the LB would be nice if we had ammo switching, but we don't. But still, an LB10, in my opinion, is probably more desirable than the AC10 from a stock loadout perspective. And the SRMs are obviously a very nice close-range punch. And yeah, it's got decent speed, obviously. It carries an XL engine, you have to be aware of that. And surprisingly, given its profile, the side torsos on a Bushwacker do pop quite easily. So yeah, don't go running in thinking you can sort of avoid shots by running face-on at targets, because those side torsos hitboxes are quite pronounced on the Bushy. So, right off the bat, compared to the X2, I prefer this one more. I like the emphasis on more on medium and short range combat, and just using your ER large to sort of poke at targets and waiting for the fight to start, and then you can get in close and you can sort of be a kill stealer, or as some people prefer, a kill confirmer. I like that aspect of this variant. Obviously, custom wise, you can obviously take it in a few different routes. Obviously it's got more of an emphasis on missiles and less emphasis on ballistics than other variants, because there's no machine guns. At least I don't think there are. No. So it's a different beast compared. So SRMs I think are definitely the way. It wouldn't surprise me if you probably could build it into a LRM5 carrier or some mix of the above. Energy hardpoint wise it's not as good, although at least they're torso mounted, so you know if you lose your arms you've still got something, whether that's good or bad. The problem is with it being, I think it's center torso mounted, the energy hardpoint, which means you can't put a PPC or anything in there, I don't think. No you can't. So you are going to be relying on just taking like an ER large at best. Maybe a large pulse if you want to sort of add that to the shorter range, maybe. I don't know. It's a bit of a mix. You know, it creates a bit of diversity, I guess, when you want to come to your custom builds. Personally, for me, from a stock build, it's quite like this. It's quite heat efficient. You're very unlikely to overheat in this variant, even on a hot map, just because I don't think you can fire everything quick enough. Like an Alpha Strike, yeah, maybe, but the charge times and the cycle times for the weapons I don't think are quick enough to really make rapid Alpha Strikes a potential. Plus, you don't want to be using up your LV ammo that quickly, because obviously you want to be saving that for open targets. So even firing the two SRM4s and the ER large, it would take you a good few salvos before you overheated. Anyway, so it's quite a heat neutral mech stock. Obviously it comes with all the gubbins with double heat sinks anyway, and I think all Bushwackers come with ferro, which obviously isn't as desirable as it is on tabletop, so generally you should just drop the ferro so you can get a much easier tonnage number to deal with. And you can usually just, because I don't think it comes with endo steel as a structure, so you can swap one for the other and work with that instead. I think it also gives you more hardpoint slots. Sorry, internal space instead, whereas the ferro I think is a little too greedy for internal slots. So yeah, Bushwackers generally work better with endo steel anyway. They all come with XL engines. They don't work very well with standard engines because a lot of its tech relies on you having Starleague era gear anyway. No clan tech yet, but obviously when I'd be actually, you know, going on to the 3060 stuff, I'd be interested to see what kind of builds a lot of the Inner Sphere stuff is going to take when we do get things like ER mediums and ER small and other, you know, clan equivalent weapons for the Inner Sphere. I kind of dread it. I dread it on one hand because I think it's going to be a horrible balancing nightmare, but on the other hand, I don't know. it's a wait and see thing, isn't it? But oh, looking at this, spoilers. We're near the end of the match, but yeah, I quite like the S2. If you haven't got the pack and you're waiting for the C-bills, the X1 and the S2 are definitely the first two you should try. The X2, I don't know, it's okay, but it's not great compared to these two variants. Although I think it now in both of the chassis videos I did not produce a victory. I'd like to think that at least I showed that the mech is good in its role, as its intended role as a ranged combat mech that's good at supporting a team. It's not really developed for sort of close-up tanking. But I'll leave you with the dying embers of the match. Hope you all have a good week. Thanks everybody for watching. Obviously, any questions, lore related or anything like that, let me know below. And yeah, just happy hunting out there, everybody, and I'll see you on the next chassis video, lore warrior, stream, whatever that may be that crops up first on the channel. Yeah, see you. Bye, bye. See you. Bye, bye, bye. See you.
New target acquired. We're taking critical losses. We need you to pull through. New target acquired. Destroyed. Warning, incoming missile.